This is a 7800 paddle controller. Have you ever seen anything this cool before in your life? I didn't think so. Later on in the show, I'm going to tell you how you could enter to win your very own pair of 7800 paddle controllers. Stay tuned. Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the show. Today we're going to do some quick reviews on some amazing products that I got from Video 61. We're going to talk about a sealed copy of Super Breakout and the amazing CX-30 evolved paddle controllers. Let's check it out. So if you are in the market to get sealed Atari products, I mean stuff that has not been opened since it was sealed in the factory back in the day, I always go to Video 61. I love their products, I love the service. Lance is a great guy, and he always hooks it up. This is a sealed copy, and I know some of you go, well, you know, that's sealed, why are you opening it? I collect to play. I don't collect to put things on the shelf. To each his own, but I call these people shelfers. They collect to put things on their shelves and it just sits there. I want to play the game. I mean, look, maybe you buy 2 copies, whatever, but come on guys, is it all about the shelf? Whose shelf is bigger than the next? Okay, so enough about the shelf. What about the product? Well, it's a fresh, sealed box. It's perfect condition. It is brand new. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? I actually popped the top of it here so I could get at it, so I could share with you guys, and of course to play the game. Now, I've had many different copies of Super Breakout, but I've never had a sealed copy of the game. This is like a time capsule. I'm gonna crack this thing open. I'm gonna smell what it smells like inside of it. I think you all know what I'm talking about. It has a certain flair, the nostalgia. Let's crack this open here, and you're going to see exactly what you would get in an Atari 2600 box. Well, first off, you'd get this super fresh, clean copy of Super Breakout. Nobody's touched this except for me. Look at that label. Isn't that amazing? I mean, when's the last time you saw a label that clean? Awesome. Many people know that when you collect Atari, sometimes you're collecting loose carts, swap meets and stuff like that. You never get to see these things right here. I have here the limited 90-day warranty, and if I wanted to write to Atari, I could write to the Atari Service Center in Sunnyvale, California. I don't think anybody's home. And then the manual. Many times when we're collecting Atari stuff, we don't get a chance to see the manual. I'm cracking it open for the first time, and I get to learn all about Super Breakout. You think this is all about just a ball and paddle, but no. Listen, imagine you're in a one-man space shuttle traveling through the heavens at the speed of light, and your tiny ship are totally engulfed in darkness, except for the lumens of an occasional passing star. Suddenly, without warning, there's a brilliant flash straight ahead. You check the radar screen, nothing. Pretty soon, there's another flash, and another. The next thing you know, the flashes have turned into one gigantic force field of some kind, and it's dead ahead. This is a whole story, guys. It even has this little, look at that. That's a little diagram of ball placement. Let's talk about these controllers here. Now, obviously, you could see it is the Atari 7800 polished aluminum base of the controller. Remember, you have that stick. It's not good for gameplay for like long, extended periods, but this has got the CX-30 potentiometer inside of it. It feels wonderful. It just fits perfectly in my hand. Many of you know that these dial tops are made with a brittle plastic. And so often, you know, when you're playing these games, they end up breaking. I've had them break many, many times. But this is a brand new. This is a brand new paddle for you to show off to your friends. You got to go to Video 61. That's the only place you can get something like this. Do yourself a favor. Come on. You just got that stimulus check. Go spend it on Atari stuff. So what about the game? I absolutely love Super Breakout. It's one of my favorite games. And it's one of my favorite games because it's so simple. It's so relaxing to me. There have been times when I'm totally stressed out at work. I come home, I put on Super Breakout, and I just completely veg out. I just sit there and I let the sounds wash over me. It's such a wonderful Zen experience. There's also something to be said about the analog control feel of the game. These paddle controllers are unlike anything else. It's all about the paddle. It's all about the one-to-one analog control. It is beautiful. Now with these new controllers, I feel like I'm playing on a Cadillac. Obviously with the early Atari carts, you know, they sold it on how many different variations you get per game. This one has a lot of really, really cool variations. Each one of them is really a gem to play. Now, for those of you who are new to this, why do I have one controller that has two cables coming out of it? Well, obviously, if you plug it into your Atari, you can get 4 going at the same time. But how is that even possible? 2 for 1? Well, it's ingenious what they did back in the day. So, one of these is the X-axis, and the other one is the Y-axis. So that way they were able to split that in two for one port, and the other port had the other X and Y axis. Guys, this is like 70s like engineering at its best. Now, how do we play it? Well, what's the strategy for Super Breakout? No matter what breakout you're playing, I'm always trying to chip away either the left or the right side. I want to get that ball up in that cavity, and I want it to start doing damage to the top row and work its way down. Now, as you progress, as you get more and more bricks off of the screen, the paddle starts getting smaller. That's the challenge. Easy to play, lifetime to master. Who said that? If you want to be the bee's knees at any of these, you know, swank Atari parties that you go to, I know that I go to quite a few, I always bring my CX-30 Evolved. Why? Because it's the gentleman's controller. Didn't you know that? Now that started sounding like an Intellivision ad. Well, I don't know what's going on there. So, where do you get a CX-30 Evolved controller? You get it at Video 61. And where do you get amazing sealed copies of original Atari swag? Why did I turn into... I've turned into... And guess what? That's going to be the same place that you can get amazing, beautiful, boxed, clean, brand new Atari products. It's 2020. We're still talking about Atari. It's crazy. Join me on the next episode of 7800. We're going to do another review just like this. Products from Video 61. I'll see you later. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. How do I get my hands on a pair of these? It's really easy. You need to do 2 things. Number 1, you're going to subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, don't worry about it. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Second, you are going to participate in a high score squad challenge at Atari.io. You can join in any and every high score squad challenge at Atari.io up until December 1st. Every squad challenge you enter is another chance to win. Now do me a favor, shout me out when you post your high score. Make sure you say, BTB, enter me to win, and it's all good to go. On December 1st, 2020, we are going to do a drawing and we are going to see who is the lucky person that is going to win these beautiful bad boys right here. I wish you all the best of luck. And while you're participating in the High Score Squad, check out Atari.io. They've got all of the cool things that we all love talking about. We love talking about video games, we love talking about retro stuff, vintage stuff, we love talking about TurboGrafx 16, Sega, Nintendo, all of the kits, all of the classics, and it's all there at Atari.io. Good luck in the contest, and I will see you in the forums at Atari.io. See you later.
Check out Atari.io for the very best in retro life and classic gaming. From Atari to Nintendo, Sega, TurboGrafx, and beyond. Atari.io